What's up, you guys? This is a video from my brother's keepers, pun intended, video series about the Brother SQ9285 computerized sewing machine. I just want to show you guys some tools that I keep beside me at all times, and I'll show you the ones that are always beside me when I'm sewing. Okay, so when I'm always using stretchy fabrics. And sometimes they will get caught when you're getting ready to start off, when you're back stitching, or if you're getting ready to start sewing. So I keep strips of interface or just another like piece of paper. You can use tissue, parchment, anything. Once you finish sewing the garment, you can go back and trim it out. Or if you're using tissue, you can just pull it off. But it helps the needle not go up and down in one spot, and that can happen when you're working with stretchy fabrics. I keep my thread clippers, a 6-inch ruler. This is just a paintbrush that came out of a bag of brushes, and I use it as a paint turner. And this part right here I use to go up under my dog feed, and brush all that off. Brush off all of the lint from the thread. I also keep a makeup brush. That is to just get, when I start dusting, I'm actually holding my phone with the left hand because I'm left-handed. But this, I'll go up in there. Even with this, I can take this paintbrush when I opened up my bobbin case. And once I pull that out, I can just go all in there and all down through there until I do a deep cleaning. It just kind of helps you stay clean and keep the lint off of your presser foot and the foot that you're using and the needle area and all of that until you do a cleaning. I keep some pens nearby, and then sometimes I have my pen magnet. I keep my chalk pencil. I don't use that much. Ink pen, and my seam ripper, and some scissors. I keep my scissors nearby, so because when I'm sewing I like a straight edge. And now I'm using the J foot, and the J foot works with all of your zigzag stitches, and that is the foot that is like the closing foot. I would call it it can serge. So what I'll do is I'll probably just add a little video clip to the end of this video to show you how to use the J foot. And what I'm stitching on this Brother SQ9285 is, this machine will automatically set your stitch for you. I don't have to do anything. But because I am using a stretchy fabric, I want that closure to look like a real serge closure. And I always take my zigzag width up to a 5. Although the Brother SQ9285, I believe we go up to 7. So that's a long, nice zigzag stitch. I haven't used it yet, so we will get to use that. But I'm going to show you guys. I also take my stitch up to a 2.5. So when I'm sewing a stretchy fabric, I'm at 2.5 for the stitch and 5 points for the width. So I'm going to show you guys what both of them look like, though. These are just my sewing tools that I keep nearby. I almost forget my friend. My rotary cutter is also always nearby, and so is my yardstick. So those are just some of the things I'm doing. If I'm working with a pattern, I have my pattern weights. These are nothing but just washers from the hardware store. They're heavy. You don't have to pin. If you don't like to pin, get you some washers. And get you some bigger than this that are a little bit heavier. I need to go to the hardware store. And I'm supposed to go shopping with my cousin today at the Home Depot. So I'm going to go look for some washers that are bigger and way more than that. These are my clips. I like these better than pens, but sometimes I want my pens. So it's up to you how as you go on in your sewing journey, and start playing with your machine. Don't be afraid of it. Keep another thing I keep nearby is my book, and I cannot find it. My manual to this thing. It's like a notebook. So, but you need it nearby because it will absolutely help you. And also you can call brother. I called brother one time when I couldn't figure out what was wrong with my stitches. And what was happening was I was setting the machine myself. You do not have to do that. It's automatic. It's going to automatically, once you choose that stitch, the LCD screen is going to take it exactly where you need to start at. So that's always your starting point. But then after that, you can change your stitch length and your stitch width. So I'll explain the difference in between those two things as well. You also can do a straight stitch. Once I go to 5, stitch number 5, it switches me from my original presser foot to the J foot, and it'll automatically do it as soon as I hit 4. Let me cut it off and cut it back up. Okay. So I have the J foot on. Oh, it knows that the J foot is on there now. Because usually, like, when you choose that stitch, it'll still be in G. And then you have to put, once you get ready to choose your stitch, then it'll go, it'll go to J when you choose the stitch. So I will show you guys that as well. We're going to learn everything it is that we need to learn about this Brother SQ 9285, because this is a very nice machine. It's an inexpensive machine, and it can do a lot of stuff, including monogram. See? So this machine is like the best over $200 starter to me. It's come down since I bought it, but because I got it pre-COVID, like a year before. I wasn't even playing with it. It was pretty much sitting in the box for about 7 months before I even opened it and started playing with it, I believe. So, but it does a lot, and it's imperative to my goals, my future goals. So I have to learn it. And I know that some of you guys are out there using it. And as I did more research, there was no information out there on this machine. So I decided to do it myself. But there is also a ruler guide on here. It's built in. It will not come off. Maybe over time, because it looks like it's kind of. And then you have your, regular stitch guide. This is a cool ass machine, and I want to show you guys how to use it. You have your bobbin guide, and you also have your thread guide. This shows you how to thread the machine, because once you come from here, you bring the thread down. Number 2, that's how you do that. I'll do a video on completely threading the machine slowly, so you guys can see exactly what you need to do. These are just some of the tools that I keep nearby. Always these, because I'm using, always my strips, because I'm using a stretch fabric. These, because I'm either using pins and I need to, as I'm taking them off my garment that I'm sewing at the time, I put them back. My scissors, they're nearby, but they're not right in front of me. The things that I keep right in front of me is going to be right here on this row right here. With the exception of the brush. All of these leave when I'm sewing. This is all I have in front of me, really. It's my scissors and my, and I keep this brush. This is what's in front of me at all times when I'm sewing. This right here. So as you go on your sewing journey, because you're creating whatever it is you want, or it's just a hobby for you, you will start to learn your own little way, and you'll have the certain things that you like in front of you. But we're going to learn everything we can. This is the Brother SQ 9285 computerized sewing machine. Chente out.